Benjamin Franklin once said, "By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail." I actually ignored Benjamin's advice during my GCSE years. I didn't prepare, but still ended up with decent grades. So who's laughing now, Ben? I do get where he's coming from, though. I apply Mr. Franklin's quote to my morning routine. Unlike other 5 a.m. YouTube videos, my prep for the absurdly early wake starts the night before. I clean because a clean working environment boosts productivity. This process also deters me from staying on my phone leading up to bedtime, which in turn decreases my blue light exposure, thus allowing for higher melatonin secretion throughout the night. I take my supplementation, which at the moment is a combination of magnesium bisglycinate and 5-HTP. I ensure I'm well hydrated, then I take a warm shower because this aids the natural temperature regulation process, helping me to get to sleep faster, a phenomenon known by researchers as the warm bath effect. I aim to be in bed between 9 and 10 to give me a good 7 to 8 hours sleep per night. As soon as the 5 a.m. alarm goes off, I'm up, no snoozing. I've spoken before about the negative impact of micro stress doses, the continual snoozing of the alarm being one of them. I then make my bed, no real science behind that. I just can't stand the sight of an unmade bed. I hydrate, then I go into my stretch routine. I open up my routine with a few neck stretches, placing my hand out to the right hand side to increase the stretch. Then it's into a cat-cow, inhaling as I arch my back, exhaling as I round it. Then we want to thread the needle by placing your right foot out to the side, reach in the air with your left hand, then loop it underneath, trying to touch your toes. Keep your ankle, knee and hip in line here. Rest on the rear delts. Once you're comfortable, place your left hand behind your back. Instead of going back into a neutral tabletop position, take your right leg back past your left leg into a nice side stretch. Once that's completed, take your right leg to the top of the mat, place it outside of your hands, shift your weight back, then once comfortable, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee off the mat, keeping your left hand planted, and reach your right arm into an easy twist. Once that's complete, we want to transition into a ragdoll, so keep your feet on the floor, crawl your way back up, stretch out the glutes, stretch out the hamstrings, the lower back, then place your hands together and then just rock side to side. Again, nice stretch on the glutes, nice stretch on the hamstrings. Next, we're into a squat. Really open up the hips here. If you're having trouble with this particular movement, then grab a weight to help counterbalance yourself and then gradually get rid of that weight. Then we work on our lower back by going flat onto the mat into a sphinx position. Push those palms into the mat, arch the back, nice lower back stretch. Then it's cold shower time, so straight in for me at the moment, 2 minutes, quick wash, and then we are downstairs to wrap up our morning supplementation, which is some Ghost Greens and 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. Stop doing that before you Instagram. Stop it. You don't need to do it. It's not engaging anyone. It's not reeling them in. Yeah. You can tell people who've been trained on social now, can't you? They do their little £1,000, £2,000 crash course. Are you struggling with fat loss? Are you finding it's like they ain't you? What are you doing? That's the problem with these business gurus. They drill in something to the individual and they don't. That ain't them, and I can see it because I see everything. I'm God. So that was the 5 a.m. routine. It's a little bit later on in the day now, just because I've been filming and getting all the shots. Ooh, the sun's gonna come up. I've got about 30 seconds. So when I wake up, hydrate, stretch, cold shower, come downstairs. I'm still not on my phone. I still do not look at my phone until I've done my check-ins. The phone is a distraction. It's vital. Hour before bed, hour and a bit after I've woken up. The only time I look at my phone is when I turn the alarm off. Then it just stays upstairs. So check-ins. Once I've done those, I've only got a few on a Friday, which is cool. We've got to program a client. So once I've done these, I'll go upstairs on the computer and get some more work done. Okay, so the time is 7:26, check-ins are done. Then we come upstairs, got a bit of programming to do. So what I do is on the big computer, I put on relaxed cafe music. Oh yeah. Oh. I like a little bit of background jazz when I'm working. It's good for my productivity. So the setup is I've got my programming here. I've got my laptop here. So I'll pull up my client information. So that's got all of their equipment on there for their gym. So it's just easy for me to program as opposed to like closing tabs, opening tabs. And then I've got my work phone here. So once I'm done, do their onboarding videos, send it over and we're done. We've just got one startup today. So we should be done by about 8:30ish, and then we'll go for some steps. Would you like to go for a walk? Walk? Come on, man, where's your emotion? You're like me. You're an emotionless guy like me. We have no emotions. No, we do. Right, so the time is now 9:20, and we're done. I work from 6 till 9ish. That's my client consults, that's my client check-ins, and that's my client programming. Now we're gonna go get some fasted expenditure, do about 4,000 steps with him. Come back, have some food. A little bit of light work, then we'll go gym. This is now turned into a day in the life. So enjoy it. Breaking the fast. The time is now 10:20. I want to train slightly earlier, so when this happens, I don't like to consume too much food before I go and train. So like 50 carb is my sweet spot really. So I've got 2 Warburton's protein bagels with some bacon medallions, cream cheese and rocket. I'll have this, then I'll head off to the gym. I'll probably be in the gym about 11ish, so leaving in between about 40 to an hour is usually okay. Anything more than that, I'll just get digestion issues, and the session itself isn't that great, if I'm being completely honest with you. I do quite well on low carbohydrate, if I'm being honest. Like even before like a cycle on a Sunday, I'll just have a big bowl of porridge or nothing too crazy. Whereas before in the past, when I used to, in the off-season days, I used to have to like bang 200 carb before a session. I was like, fuck, this is a struggle. Actually quite nice now. Eating like a normal person. Ghost Duo today. Time to try the pump. Haven't tried the Ghost pump formula. All we had in stock was the plain one, so mixing with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, sometimes I get really bad rave belly when I'm there. We're in the Fred again era, you know that? What a weird time. Does anyone else feel like they're in a really weird... I feel like on one hand we've got this devastation, this destruction, this continual greed, this like more blatant and obvious than ever divide between them and us, and then like on the other hand we've got these like little spikes of excitement and like talent, and it's just a really weird spot to be in at the moment. Don't know if anyone else feels like that. No, it's just you, Tom. You little weirdo. I've filmed so many delts and tricep sessions on this channel, so I feel like I need to switch up the workout today. So I did a little superset to begin with, front rope raise with some dumbbell side lateral raises. Dumbbell, can you call them dumbbells? They're like these David Lloyd weights. They're quite good actually. I've got like 3 little handles on them. I do enjoy them. Then we went into some overhead pressing work. I've done these in a while. Just 3 sets of 5, I think it was. OHP. Felt alright actually. We got each other like a 15. That's 30, 40, 50 key overhead press. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, is it? Close grip bench press. I supersetted some of these with some dumbbell snatches. You know, kind of orientate a little bit of functional work into the actual session. But tomorrow, so Saturday morning, we've got a big Metcon before we go to see Josh compete. Tricep work today. Also did some cross cable, so like cross body, close cable. For some reason, this cable doesn't feel too close, so you have to really like flare the elbows and angle out the elbows a little bit, which is okay. But then I finish with some cable skull crushers. These are really nice if you want to vary up some overhead tricep work. But yeah, that's my delts and tricep session for today. I'm going to go for a Nando's. A nice little gym session. We're about a minute away from boiler room history. Fred again, boiler room. He just dropped 10 on the lights this morning. What a day for it. So Friday, I'm a little bit more lax on a Friday. Everyone is on a Friday. I work from 6 till 9. Sometimes, most days, it's maybe a little bit longer. 9:30, 10. Go and do a little bit of content creation. Go and do some filming in the gym. So today I trained at a sunbed, 8 minutes. Look at that. We're getting better. 20 seconds. Had a sunbed, went for a Nando's. Do you know what my Nando's order is? My quote-unquote healthy Nando's when I go. 3 chicken wings, medium. Chicken butterfly, medium. With macho peas and rice. And a bottle of Sagres. It's a Friday. Guilty. And that's 1,100 calories. 104 grams of protein. 35 fat and 77 carb. And then I work from like 3 till 6. I do my light work. So like all the projects that I'm working on for like this year and next year. As you know, I split my day up between hard and light work. And in the middle, I train and do other bits and bobs. Do you not even realise what we're witnessing right now? Like, you are part of something special, my brother. Come here. Yeah. Get involved, bro. Yeah, man. Little sun-dried tomato pesto and chicken pasta. I season the chicken with the El Paso barbecue sauce or seasoning. Mix it together with the pesto. Very good. Couple of biohacks for you. Because I know some people struggle with their sleep in the summer months. I don't. This is my best time for my sleep is in the summer. I can function very well on like 6 hours. I try and get in 8 anyway, but like I've noticed sometimes if I have a late night and I get up at 5, 6, I can function quite well. One key trick or tip to keep that circadian rhythm happy is watching the sunset. We can't really do it in the winter months here, but in the summer you can do a very good job at doing it. And that big spike in secretion of melatonin really gets you in that low, quite relaxed state ready for bed and improve your sleep. I've noticed it a lot. A couple of my clients I've got doing it at the moment. I will say go out and box off your steps when the sun sets and they're like, oh my God, it's had a fantastic effect. I'm really lucky here because there's a gap between these 2 houses and I sit here and I watch my program and I eat my food and I watch the sunset and it's like, oh, it gets me all sleepy. I try and mimic that and mirror that in with the winter months with the Support Max Neuro. So around about kind of 4 or 5, I'll have my Support Max. So yeah, try and, if you can, give it a go next week. Like really focus on going out for a walk, check your phone, and as the sun sets, get back and do your usual thing. And also mirror the sun setting with kind of reduction in phone time, or try and put it on like I'm gonna do now. Put night shift on, just like so. Second one is digestion of food. So what I used to do was I would have my dinner and then about an hour and a half I'd have another meal. And I would be consuming that last meal way too close to bed, and I was noting my sleep quality wouldn't be as good as when I would have a meal and have quite an elongated gap between my last meal and going to bed. So now I've kind of merged my evening meal and what I'd like to consider my kind of macro filler or snack. Might be something like a bagel, peanut butter and some whey protein. I'll have that in quite a big dinner. And then I'll leave a good 2 hour gap. Like what's the time now? 8:30. I go to bed about 10:30, 11. And that time has had a really positive impact on my sleep quality. This week in particular, I've been doing that, and it's been fantastic. So, yeah, sorry I'm talking a lot now, but yeah, just a couple of biohacks for you. Very good. I think that's about it. And then just like things that we know we should be doing, but we slip up on, like just chilling, getting off this a good hour. Like if I'm trying to get into bed for like 10:30 tonight, by 9:30, I'll clean up for half an hour. Then I'll read my book for half an hour and I'm off. So just being proactive, taking that time. Gonna eat this, watch some of The Boys. Sick. On Amazon, it's banging. Real good. Lincoln Lawyer was fantastic as well. I'm gonna eat this, watch that. Up early-ish tomorrow, gonna train fasted, have a bit of food, and I'm gonna drive to Maidenhead for the show, Josh's show. How good was it? Fuck me. JK knows, mate. That fucking boiler room history, that is. Hi there, good morning. I'm about to use my brand new lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped. I don't do very well with advertising. Do you know why? Because they send me a script and I say I'm not doing it. I don't do scripts. You want to work with me, you've got to give me the ability to advertise to my lovely subscribers how I want to. I've been working with Manscaped for some time now. I used to use Manscaped before working with them. Their brand new lawnmower 4.0 comes with new ceramic blade technology, which basically means there's no nips downstairs, which is what we want in it, gents, because we've all been in a night out before, we're rushing, nip, very uncomfortable. You don't get that with a lawnmower 4.0. It is waterproof and it's got an LED, which basically means, to me anyway, you can do it in the shower in the dark. Buy it. Use code TMC, get 20% off and free shipping. It is the bollocks, pardon the pun. You should use that, Manscaped. It is the bollocks. I've just done your marketing there for you. Get out. Sunday cycles, just sitting down with my usual big bowl of oats, frozen berries and dark chocolate. Wearing orange today. Why are you wearing orange? Because I'm doing the London to Brighton cycle ride, ladies and gents. TM Cycles are doing a 55-mile cycle. I am cycling for the Azalea Foundation. I'm sure many of you know who Azalea was. Beautiful little daughter to Ashley and Safia, who unfortunately passed away back in 2021 for a very aggressive form of leukemia. And it's a charity that's very close to my heart as well. I used to do a lot of work for the leukemia charity when I was a youngster cycling, and I reached out to the Azalea Foundation and said, I think the work you've been doing is absolutely fantastic and would be an honour to cycle for you. And they said, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So reached out to London to Brighton and it's all set. So very excited, very, very excited. I fully understand that we're going through quite tough times at the moment with regard to the forever increasing cost of bills and whatnot, but if you can spare just a couple of quid, then I'll put the GoFundMe link below. I'll pin it to the comment section. Like I said, a couple of quid would be greatly appreciated. The money goes to support UK children battling cancer through treatments that aren't readily available in the NHS, so greatly appreciated. I'm going to finish this now, go off on a cycle ride. We've got about 5 or 6 weeks, so just kind of bump training up and getting a decent amount of miles in per week. We'll go through the kind of game plan. Now it's switched up a little bit in terms of my training next week. But yeah, there we go. Looking forward to it. Like I said, greatly appreciate if you spare a couple of quid. Be brilliant. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you very soon. Have a lovely Monday evening. Thank you, good night. Much love.